Or welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda, and today I'm playing with Stretch the Sketch with the lovely ladies that play this, and we're using the sketch from Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. That one's from Vikki. And I'm also playing along with the 100 Pattern Paper Challenge, and I decided that I was going to use these really old paper. So I think this paper is from the second pack that I ever got for pattern paper. It's over 20 years old. It could be over 25 years old, maybe even 30, because I've been scrapbooking that long and I've had this forever. So I have 4 pieces of this I'm going to use up. Yay me. And so I cut the circles. So I'm going to stretch the sketch into a double page layout, and I'm just going to put the circles where they are, like I was going to continue it in like a quilt pattern or a grid pattern or tessellation or whatever you want to call it. So I'm lining up my black pieces of cardstock, and I'm going to put this down in the center. I'm going to fold it in half. I used a bowl to trace because I broke the cutting thing on my circle cutter, and I did decide to buy some more blades, but I did break it, so it's fixable, but I broke it. So the bowl is what I did. So scuffing up the edges a little bit, and then I'm just going to cut it down the middle, and then I'm going to take the outside edges and I'm going to do the same thing. And then that tape is not sticky anymore, so it's not sticking, so I'm just going to use my magnets because I have magnets now, so I might as well. So I'm going to cut this in half, fiddle with that a bit more, and then, yeah, fiddle. Maybe I should have taken some of that out. Tape the one half down, don't get it quite lined up and go, oh well, and tape the other one down. Nope, this is so not going to come up, so I'm going to leave it. I did want to make it a little more center, but wasn't going to happen. And it's not that noticeable. And it's on the outside. Like back to the center there. Not a big deal. Easy peasy done. And then I just need the top and bottom parts. So I do have one full circle that I cut already. And so that one's going to be too big to do it this way. So I'm going to get 3 edges out of this circle. So this one here. And then one more piece on the bottom for this one, which is fine. And then my tape is acting up and jamming and like, why does this have to happen when I'm recording a video? I don't know. It is what it is. I try and fix it off screen, and I get it for like a minute and then it doesn't work and I move on to glues. But to start with, I try. So taking that inside of the circle bit and cutting another arc because I don't need too much of it. That is definitely not enough for the last bit. So I have this last piece of this paper, cutting an arc, and then I'm going to use the rest of this for matting on the other side, because the other side's just, it's not quite white, it's more like a gray, like you can see kind of gray there, but I'm going to use it to matte. And so 4 full pieces of pattern paper used up. Yay for this one. I think that puts me about 24 pieces so far this year for my 100 pattern paper challenge, which is not doing too bad. So I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that's where I'm at. I lost my tally sheet, so I literally have to go back and double check, but yeah. Anyways, I am gonna, so this is the back side of the leftover for where I cut that arch. And so these are 4 1/4 by 6. And I'm just going to cut a 1/4 of an inch off of each of my pictures because there's room for that. And then this is what's left. And I'm going to cut those into 2 6 pieces, 4 1/4 by 6. And then I'm going to cut these photos down just a bit more because there's a lot of extra in there, and there's a roundy bit that's not there, and I don't need all of that, so that works. So these end up being about, I think they end up being 4.5 by 4. So almost square, not quite. And then that works out pretty well on both of these. There's one of these that still have like an edge piece cut out of the corner. You can see it on the bottom right there. And so I'll just make it so that it's hiding, because I can do that. And then I do want to mat this one too. And so now it's not working again and again. And I hate it when this happens. And so I'm just going to use part of what's left over here. I'm going to overlap. And then it's all matted in the same stuff and easy peasy. Other than my tape, easy peasy, I guess. But and then just trimming it a bit, because that one I don't need to have as much of a mat on it. And not going to fight with my tape again. And normally I would just go grab another one, but that was my last one. And I had some that was delivered just after this, but not before. So that happens with tape. I am going to go to the local store and pick up some of the stuff that I like more than the stuff that I got from Amazon. But I go through a lot of tape, so. And then I was fighting with my glue. So I think it's actually causing me trouble because it's almost empty. Like there's probably like a third in it. So I just need to fill up my glue, and I kept like rotating, and it was one of those days. So look, now I'm not even using my sweet petunia press because it's not coming out anyway, because there's not very much in there and I really have to squeeze to get it out. So all the things. And so now I'm going to look at some embellishment stuff. So these are from Hip Kip Club. I'm only actually going to keep 2 out of this pack. So I'm going to keep the Blue Weekend that I have somewhere. And then the long word bit that's underneath that top picture on the left side says the sweet taste of warm weather, and I'm going to keep that one. And everything else is just going to get put back away because we're not eating ice cream, and it wasn't really a relax. Like, it's holiday for Folkfest and we enjoy it, but it's not completely relaxing. So, and then I put that good vibes down on there, and I'm like, well, it's on. We'll see if I can make it work. This is when I decide these other ones are just, no, not gonna work. Nope, not that one. This, maybe? No? Yeah. So glue that on there. I'm still thinking I'm gonna keep the good vibes. I'm not keeping the good vibes. It just doesn't, there's too much color there for what I've got going on. So I'm gonna add some other color, but not rainbow. So the weekend's gonna go on there. The blue's already in that paper, so I feel okay with the blue. And then this orange I'm gonna keep because my one kiddo is wearing orange and yellow, and my other one's wearing green and purple. And so I thought the yellow and the orange worked really well. And then I went and grabbed my color pens because I was like, I just want like flowers or something to go on here. So I'm gonna pull out these really old flowers, and they are in orange and yellow. I have them in blue. I probably have them in pink somewhere. I've had them forever. So I'm just going to pull out some bits and pieces. I'm not going to use all these bits and pieces, but I'm like, if they're out, then I know I have them and I can play with them and not a big deal. So I am pulling from the yellow and the orange. I pulled out the green as well, but there's not a lot left in the green that I really want to use. So I looked, but I didn't pull anything from that. I was like, nope. And I just threw those on the floor to put away later. So, but I am going to use these couple tags. So these came from the dollar store. And then this is where almost not quite decide about that chipboard yet, but on either side. So I kind of bookend them. And then this is how my clusters are going to probably go. Like, yeah, that's okay. I don't have anything else rainbow. So I'm like, I don't have anything else rainbow. But do I? So I am debating. The bright yellow pieces are foam stickers, like the one I just put down. The orange one is also a foam sticker, and I'm going to use one of those too. Because why not? The kids are in that kind of brightness, so make it work. Pull out some more, pull this off. Even though I put that other gray piece on it, it's just going to stay on there, and oh well. And I'll just make whatever that one says with the good vibes work. And then clustering this, and that's okay, and this is looking a little more like I want. And glue. We'll get the glued on there. And then that is the taste of warm weather. The sweet taste of warm weather goes there with these flowers. I'm not even gonna layer them. They're just, because I could do like 1, 2, 3 on top of each other for these ones, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna get them on. And cute and done, and away we go. Is it my favorite layout? Nah. Does it really matter? Not really. It's done. Or will be in a second. And it matches what the kids have got going on, and it gets 4 pieces of paper that I didn't know what to do with out of my stash and on a page. So yay, yay, yay. And like really old embellishments used up. So like all of those are wins. My title ends up being Folk Weekend. So I'm using the picture as part of my title. And then I'm just going to sprinkle some more of these on either side of the center here. And so I end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clusters. And then get this stuff glued. I'm going to miss 1 or 2. And then I have to do it after I pull it out to show you. Maybe just didn't have enough glue on the one that came off, but that's okay. And then I thought I needed some more blue, so I went and grabbed the blue ones, but they're not really, it's not jiving. I'm like, no, I don't. I do want more blue on here, but I'm just going to use these enamel jeweled kind of things. They're more dome shaped than enamel dots and harder, but they're from the dollar store, and they come in like a long strip. And so I break them off and sprinkle them around like enamel dots, and that adds the bit of blue that I want. Just taking off the extra liney adhesive bit because it doesn't look so nice. And then this one needs a little bit of glue. We're almost done. And then here's some close-ups in this very bright, a little wild interpretation of Vikki's sketch and using stretch the sketch. There will be a playlist for Stretch the Sketch down below. There is also a playlist for 30 days of sketches for Christy's Beautiful Life. I will have Vikki also, who did the sketch, linked below as well. And that was day 15. So I have done 15 days so far. Yay me. Here are my close-ups. If you enjoyed my video today with my rambling, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and you would like to subscribe, I love to have you here. Thank you so much for watching. There they are together. There are some other videos here that you might want to watch. Thank you so much. Have yourself a wonderful day.